Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today is Saturday, 24th of December 2016. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have three newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Ceylon Today. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, Vehicles for 58 parliamentarians put on hold. The move to provide vehicles to 58 parliamentarians under an operational lease at a total cost of 2.4 billion rupees has been temporarily halted, UPFA General Secretary Minister Mahinda Amaraveera said yesterday. The controversial move came under heavy criticism. Development Bill, NPC, NCPC rejects. The controversial development bill was rejected by members of the Northern Provincial Council and the North Central Provincial Council. NPC member V. Jayadalaka said the bill was unanimously rejected by all 25 members of the NPC. Libyan plane hijack ends peacefully in Malta. Two hijackers of a Libyan aircraft with 118 people on board surrendered to authorities on the island of Malta hours after claiming to have hand grenades and threatening to blow the plane up unless their demands were met. Maltese Prime Minister Joseph Muscat said on Twitter that all passengers and crew had been safely released by Friday evening. Don't give our lands to China, Hambantota farmers say. About 1,000 farmers yesterday staged a protest outside the administration complex in Hambantota against government plans to lease lands in the Hambantota district to a Chinese company. Metal object found in Kalwanchikudi still to be identified. The Sri Lankan aviation authorities sought Russian and Indian assistance to carry out investigations into the 15-foot-long metal object suspected to be a part of an aircraft. The object was found by fishermen in the sea off Kaluthavalai at Kalwanchikudi in Battikalo yesterday. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. PM tells provincial chief ministers, development bill not aimed at centralizing power. Bill will have to impact on any subject under PCs. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday emphasized that the Development Special Provisions Bill is not aimed to bringing provincial council subjects under the central government. Addressing a group of provincial chief ministers at Temple Trees yesterday, the Premier reiterated that the objective of introducing this bill is to get provincial councils more involved in the national development process. The Prime Minister said that amendments with regard to this bill can be submitted to Parliament during the committee stage. Chief Ministers of the Southern, Western, Eastern and UWA provinces were present in the meeting. Raviraj murder case. All accused released. 5 accused, including 3 Navy intelligence officers who were accused over the murder of former TNA Jaffna District MP Nadaraja Raviraj, were yesterday night acquitted and released after they were found not guilty by the Colombo High Court. The verdict delivered by High Court Judge Manilal Vaithya Tilaka yesterday night, as per the unanimous decision reached by the jury, comes following 1-month-long trial. Over 900 land deeds signed by presidents kept at Divisional Secretariat for over 34 years. An audit inquiry has revealed that 910 Ranbima, Swarnabhumi, Isurubhumi and Jayabhumi land deeds signed by former presidents had been kept at Galanbindunuweva Divisional Secretariat for over 34 years without conferring to farmers in the area. Finally, let's move to Ceylon Today. The main headline says, Government dealt double blow. NCP and NPC defeat development bill. Dealing a double blow to the government in much anticipated development special provisions draft bill was defeated by 2 provincial councils yesterday. The North Central Provincial Council defeated the bill with 19 against and 10 for the bill. Meanwhile, Northern Provincial Council also voted against the bill, against the backdrop of the Northern Provincial Council unanimously rejecting the development draft bill when it was tabled before its assembly for approval yesterday. Chief Minister C.B. Vigneswaran's absence was notable at a special meeting that was convened by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to brief the chief ministers of all 9 provinces on the draft bill at Temple Trees yesterday. The Northern Provincial Council unanimously decided not to support the draft bill which was submitted by the Northern Province Governor, and the entire council vested against it. IGP shuts doors to media. IGP Pujith Jayasundara has ordered the police department to suspend the release of any information via email to the media with effect from 22 December. The police media spokesman office, which was set up at the police department, had hitherto supplied information through email to private media outlets, ranging from taking suspects into custody, traffic accidents, transfers of police officers, traffic congestion, murders, etc., all of which were in public interest. Private sector to import 100,000 tons rice. The Secretary to the Ministry of Trade and Commerce, TMK Tennakon, says that they have granted approval to the private sector to immediately import 100,000 metric tons of rice. Berlin attack suspect killed by police. Anis Amir, the chief suspect in the deadly terrorist attack on a Christmas market in Berlin this week, was killed by the police in a shootout outside Milan around 3 a.m. Friday, ending a brief but intense manhunt across Europe, Italian officials announced. Then let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to other newspaper highlights.